What is up, Adventure Time people? If you live in a good Civil War area and you hang out there long enough, eventually one day you're going to hear a story about a lost cannon. Well, I've heard a story about a lost cannon and we aim to go look for it today. Hope you enjoy this adventure. If you like this kind of stuff, reach down there, click that like button, click that subscribe button, and let's go along and see what we can find. Oh, the biting bugs are going to be bad. I know what you're saying right now. Matt, why are you putting on a wetsuit? It's 100 degrees outside. And it is 100 degrees. But the water should be okay. But leeches are the #1 threat to America. Everyone should know that. I think I just saw a bald eagle, or at least a big heron. #1 spreader of disease. Bad for business. Bad for treasure hunting. Let's get it. All right, so this is, honest to God, one of the crazier things I've done in my life. That's okay. We got some water coming up here. And, there'll be something to find, I'm sure of it. Just hope it's not all garbage and trash. There's some frogs and some grasshoppers. Normal stuff. We're gonna try to not get overheated. This may be a better wintertime project, if you could believe that. I'm just not real sure which way to go. She is warm, but I think I'm on a roadbed right here. And what I've been led to believe is that this cannon was on the edge of a main channel and was cut. There was a tree that was cut down very close to it. So there's a tree down there that was cut down, and apparently this was marked. Apparently this cannon's been tried to be removed, but nobody can find it again. So we're gonna see if we can locate it. If it was up against the roadbed, it would make sense that it was close to this. So let's see what we can do. This is extremely surprising. One, this water feels phenomenal, but two, it's pretty hard ground here. It's a really high tone. I would imagine there's a bunch of junk in here, but I just got no clue. Still in there. We're gonna have to find some deeper water to get real wet and cool off. And then we'll be good to go. It's a big scoop I got there. All right, we're gonna keep working on it. We'll come back. That first circuit, a memorial. Oh my gosh. How do you get away from those things? They're everywhere. Oh man, I got a tone. It's a big tone. And I thought, oh, maybe that could be a bullet, but I think it's going to be a can or something. I'm just not real sure. Sounds like I got it. Yeah, that's a can bottom. Yeah, that stinks. I figure there's going to be a lot of this kind of stuff in here. But it sounded to be the right size for like a plate or something like that. But seems to be some gravel in here, maybe some marl. Maybe we'll get lucky and find another shark's tooth place while we're at it. You just never know when you're digging in these creeks what you're going to find. Oh, what an adventure this has been. Got me a shotgun shell. This one's fully loaded. Ready to go. Plastic too. Nice one. Alright, working this creek bottom is really it's really wild, but look at that. I got an ancient animal trap. Probably for trapping a mink or something like that. I'm not real sure what that is. It's neat. That would have been a plate, and I guess it would have had a wire that came around and sprung it closed. Maybe trapping a beaver. It's pretty cool. My grandfather used to trap in this swamp when he was a kid, so it's kind of cool to walk in some of the areas he used to walk. So who knows? Maybe that could have been one of his. Very neat. I see it. You see it? Probably not very old, but... Oh, is there a turtle there? Hey, Mr. Turtle. Well, he's not a happy little camper. Sorry, fella. What do we got there? Got a horsefly that's been bugging the crap out of me. And a whiskey bottle. Huh. Okay, so I got the top on it. Pour one out for my homies. Not too old, screw top material. But I've been looking through this gravel for, oh, what is that? I'm gonna stand on another one. For really any other shapes and stuff throughout here. I'm pretty much standing on the bottom of the creek, so that's good for business. So I haven't found anything old in here. Even though I know there should be something here. It just probably means I'm going the wrong direction. But at least we found a few items. And we're gonna keep looking, but it's awful pretty to walk up and down a little creek like this. And I know I found some trash and stuff, but I wonder who was the last person to ever, I'm sure no one's ever done this, but I wonder who was the last person to walk down here, who lost that trap, all of that kind of stuff. So, this is the sketchy part though. Like, you step over a log, you don't know how deep it is, step in the sand, you go up to your knees. So some of these areas, like in here, just haven't hunted because I don't want to twist my leg or something like that, being way back here. So, twist an ankle, I guess. And if you're wondering how I know where I'm at, CTX 3030 is built-in GPS. Started off by marking my waypoint and making sure I knew where I was. Ooh, I wonder if that's an arrowhead. I've been looking for arrowheads in here too. What do you think that is? Oh no. That's a big flake off of arrowhead. Man, there's gotta be a point in here. Well, muddied that creek up right well. But we're gonna walk our way out and see what we can find as we go. There ought to be something here to find. Sometimes I hate chasing these wild goose tales or legends or whatever you want to call them, but they've got to be explored because I've heard this story too many times not to know it's real. But let's see if we find our way out of, pick our way out of this place. Oh, funny stories about lost cannons. Let's talk about that. So Jeb Stuart, famous Confederate cavalryman, made this big ride, and he rode in all the way around the Army of the Potomac. This is 1862 when McClellan, or Little Mac, as he was sometimes called, was commanding officer, commanding general of the Army of the Potomac, the Army of the United States. He was scared out of his mind, but Confederates raided a little place on a railroad track. When they did, they stole a cask of whiskey, and Stuart, who was a bit of a crazy gentleman, loved olives, stole himself a nice jar of olives. Oops. Oh. Well, and the Union scrambling to get away from him, they stuck a cannon in the bottom of the edge of a swamp, a very famous swamp actually. And when Stuart and his men ran across this cannon, Stuart told him, he said, "Fellas, I'll give you a cask of whiskey tonight if you get that cannon out the mud." Well, wouldn't you believe it? Those young Confederate men were able to get that cannon unstuck in less than an hour. So, there's a funny story about a lost cannon and its retrieval during the Civil War. So, we'll see if we can get out of here. Not get eaten alive by bugs. That's going to be a challenge in itself. Well, we made it back. I think it may storm, so we cut this one a little short. Plus, it's right hot out here. I'm under the impression that every good adventure should have a story. And we had an adventure, and we had a story. If you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. If you have a story that you think we should tell, let me know in the comments. Or if you have an adventure you think we should do, I'm game for that too. Until next time, ooh, that's some sort of big poop. My name is Matt. This has gone adventuring, and we'll see you right here. I think that's good. Check that out. Made it just before it rained. Good trip. See you guys later.